With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start here with Jackson. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Young from the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by LT, the Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
Yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, you don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, you don't want. Yeah, call us dangerous, ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us, no barber, ain't no fading us.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. It's a short kick here, fielded at the 24. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On first down, Allen. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, New England.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Allen. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Todd Gurley, 29 yards. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
Throughout the game, we're going to track so many different statistics, but one is becoming increasingly in vogue: explosive runs of 20 yards or more, and we just saw one right there to open this game.
Now we'll see how the other team responds, because when you get a play like that against you this early in the game, you got to feel like your back's against the wall a little bit.
Yeah, the pressure now increases on you because your first thought is we have to answer right now.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, check 26.
Now Gurley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now Rodgers on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's going to look deep down the field. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked by Mel Renfro, the Hall of Famer.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Now it's Gurley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down now, it's Allen. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out. From the gun, Vick. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. $15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
A gain of 15. First down, New England.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a carry for Allen. Michael Strahan there to make the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Switch.
Now a give right side. It's Allen. A spin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Here's Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Patriots 14. Lions nothing.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ken Houston. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
The Lions take over.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Hey, Haywood. Mike 27. We can get it.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers, man open. That's Terrell Owens. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. That's the Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor doing what he does best.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. Gurley. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down. They're running with Gurley. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Well, with that incompletion, I want to get some early season predictions from you because I love to do that. And I like to hold you to what you say later in the year. How about MVP and Defensive Player of the Year predictions from you, Mr. Davis?
Well, it could be the same person if I chose Aaron Donald, couldn't it? Because the last couple of years.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Mel Renfro, the Hall of Famer. There he goes right side. And he takes this one back into the... With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This will be taken in at the 1.
Marquise Brown to return. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
319. 65.
A first carry for the legend. It's Bo Jackson. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
319. Mike 50. Back north. Let's go. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Here we go. Hey, Mike's 50.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Reggie White, what a force. Got back there for the sack.
Hey, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run now with Bo Jackson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Shift.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he stopped immediately there. Willie Brown, the one to make the tackle.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Get 300.
Now a handoff for Gurley. And some room to run now. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big run there by Gurley. 41 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On the handoff, it's Gurley. Into the secondary again. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward, Bo. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. On the sneak, Rodgers. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Aaron Rodgers taking it in. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 45 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jackson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. On 2nd and 11 now. Young. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Zach Ertz there to make the grab, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Gostkowski, the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2.
Marquise Brown on the return. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. From the 35 on second down, Rodgers, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be a second down.
1-yard gain brings up second and 9 at the 44-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9. To throw is Rodgers. And the Raiders have got him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Now Rodgers. Right side caught by Jackson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, first and 10, and he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Back to the ground game here, Gurley. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between second and 4 and second and 8 and 9.
And to give this time to the tailback. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Two times.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, first and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. George Kittle, as the first half is winding down, and the Lions have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Final play of the half, Young. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Throw left side complete. It's Holt. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. On first down, it's Jackson. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They run again with Jackson. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive.
And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Sheldon Richardson busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And they work this out past the 25. 22 yards there, a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Gurley again here on first down. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
58. Jump out. Hey, 88.
Rodgers now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Holt. A gain of 6 there on first.
Out of bounds at his own 49-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Mike 50. Hey, let's get this.
They'll run with a big man, Bo Jackson. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
50. Hey, you block over here.
Let's go, defense.
On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
4th down and 1.
Matt Patricia, he says now's the time. His guys are going to go for it on 4th. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Throw left side complete. That's Holt. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Box it. Hey, check. Yeah,
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
They'll run here with Bo. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 30.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. 30 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Let's go. The Raiders
take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Here's Steve Young. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Darius Slay with a pick. Thomas the intended target. Well, down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They run. It's Gurley. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
A 1-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd and 10.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look. 6 DBs. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 million.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. They run on first down with Jackson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by T.O. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. They give him a gain of 38. Well, how about the passing numbers so far on this first drive?
Well, no doubt about it. They're flinging it around pretty successfully. And look at the start. The confidence level that we see in him rising because he's hit a few early. And how about the last one? The big shot right there.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Rodgers. This is caught, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab, and they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. It's a very short kick taken by an up man.
First down and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Cook able to escape. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Break. Switch up, switch up. Hey, exit. 52.
On second down, Warner. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Out of the gun, here's Warner. And he finds Cook. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And it's caught. Touchdown. From 19 yards away. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well that they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken very short. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Check the call, check the call. Inside. Hey, Delta. 52,
to throw is Rodgers. Going to throw again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
52, 52.
They do go for it. It's Rodgers. And this is incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. but it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that Cook stripped. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On the run, it's Bo Jackson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On second down, Cook. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Ready. 50's the mark. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. 61. Matchbox lights.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Stonewalled on second down. Now let's see what they can do on third and goal from the 2. Now Warner. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Jump out! You gonna see me in your nightmare! Check, 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 check! Watch pilot, 64, weak. Zoom. Motion. Hey, check motion, man.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Hey, you block over here. 52, right 52. Smooth. 6 man. Check curls.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Holt. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Easy. Check. Greystone, travel. Check hot route. Hot. Switch it. Come on, switch it. 26.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding third and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down.
Hey, orbit. Mike 52. On the ball. 52's the mark.
Here we go on fourth down with Rodgers. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
50.
Rodgers to throw once more. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, and it's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Gurley, and he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down?
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down.
Hey, alert 3. Shoot. 26.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's got a man. It's T.O. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Lawrence Taylor. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. The Lions on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and a mile. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Now a hit and a loose football. Down the numbers. There he goes. And the Detroit Lions hit pay dirt.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar, because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have
got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And touchdown. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken short. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They'll run with Jackson. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
Some people call it a shuffle pass. Some people call it a shovel pass. All you're trying to do is open up the middle of the field, flip the ball forward. In this case, they didn't gain any yardage.
The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here.
Back north. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Green Egg United. Team showed up. Green Egg United.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. Touchdown! Dalvin Cook, 58 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. A try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Visitors 21, Lions 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Inside. Hey, 88.
On first down, Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Aaron Donald. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Rodgers going to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Owens. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Hey, seam 6.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lawrence Taylor able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll kick it away for the second time.
We go shut y'all. First down and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I got you, boy. Hey, Alpha. Shoot.
Now a first down throw. Warner. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
On second down, this is Jackson. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
From the gun on third down, Warner. He's going to go for a big play, and that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10.
Let's get off the field. Let's get up. Now. Jump.
They run with Jackson out of the gun. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. Hey, 2.
To throw on second down, Warner. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Cook. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner, 100 yards or more in a game.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back him up 5. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. Shrugs him off. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, no, he lost the football. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
Leo! Yeah! 5!
Here is Cook on 3rd and goal. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
This will be taken short.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Gurley. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. The Lions on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. Now it's Rodgers.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. The Lions on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Rodgers looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And a loose football. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. And they're not.
the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers now on first down. And right away, he lost the football. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A first carry for the legend. It's Bo Jackson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Here we go. 26.
Rodgers now on 3rd and 2. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
They're going to try and throw. And it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the run.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And it'll be intercepted. picked by Mel Renfro, the Hall of Famer. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Check, check, check 50.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Rodgers. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. He's at the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. George Kittle, an 80-yard touchdown. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Flush to his right. This is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hey, set, ready? Hey, tight down. There you go. X3, 218, chopper. Goal 50. Check 52 to mine. Shadow.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th.
Jim, check it, reload. Alert. Sugar.
They do go for it. It's Brady. He finds Beckham complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Wait, 20. Regular. Check back 50. I got him. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike. Hey, Haywood. Mike's 50. Go Bandit.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Odell Beckham, 51 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Man open, that's Terrell Owens. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Terrell Owens, 60 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Brady. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a 1st down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Bravo. Mike's 50. Tighten up.
From the gun, it's Brady. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very solid gain of 27. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. To throw, it's Brady. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Tariq Cohen, 36 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Zuerlein good with a PAT, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth 1st half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. The 20. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Amari Cooper, 50 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. They'll try and run it with Gurley. And he will get into the end zone as they will indeed claim a 1-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Now this throw caught left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Brady, 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10.
I got you.
Shotgun now for Brady. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. I like the occasional incompletion because I can go back and ask you more things. So we talked about MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. How about Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year that you see, Charles?
Well, it usually goes to a quarterback or a runner, right? And in this case, I'm going to go with the quarterback because he got the ball from game 1. That's Kyler Murray. He's going to put up big numbers in that offense, and I thought he looked pretty good in the first game against Detroit. On the defensive side, Devin Bush, the linebacker from Pittsburgh, got acclimated so early, and that defense is as the season goes along. I like him, but I'm going to give you a dark horse.
Okay.
His name is Chase Winovich, the rookie out of Michigan playing.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. With it is Brown. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Holt. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play. On 1st down, Rodgers throwing the out route and complete. It's Owens. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Rodgers now to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout call. as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. 2nd and goal from the 1. Rodgers going to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Wait, 20! 52! Get that quarterback, D-line! Get that, he's in now!
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Off to Thomas on the left side. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Rodgers now on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Holt. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. It's a short kick here, fielded at the 24. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Hey, 66. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Brady now on first down. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. Brady now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Todd Gurley, 29 yards, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came...
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to, I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. On first down, it's Gurley. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Gurley. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers throwing the out route incomplete. That's Holt. So that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. Rodgers now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Rodgers now on first down. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCoy. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Stiff-armed him. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Brady. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
61, Max Fox.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Here's Gurley. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Lions on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for 1 more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
He's back to throw, and that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Wait, that 53. 50. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Hey, Alabama.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Brady going to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown puts them up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a 1-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. 3rd and 4. And this crowd urging on their defense. They're up and making noise. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time, because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
They're running with Gurley. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll look to throw. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Rodgers to throw. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here we go. Inside.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Right side caught by Jackson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Number 34. A 5-yard pickup. It's now 4th down.
Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many mil. Cause bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows if you look at my